When she wants you to touch her like you touch your controller, so you throw her against the wall.
Hey, yo! What the fuck? Bro, what
I,
the fuck?
I usually slam mine repeatedly on top of the counter.
Valid.
I like to pin mine. I like to pin mine's wrist to the bed.
Um,
What kind of gaming controller do you have?
exactly. Anyway, hello
All right,
everybody.
let's start getting.
Welcome to Camo Comedy. Fucking goddamn it! I can't even make it through the fucking intro. This is episode 1. I'm Ian. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
I'm Mac.
I'm Batman.
Brother.
Okay, I'm Braylon.
Alright, so this is episode 1. We had tried doing this previously, but we had to. This is the re recording. Not gonna lie. It was kind of annoying because the temporary placeholder name was already used for something else. So,
Copyright the motherfucker.
it is a very big bitch. It's a lot like Mac's mom.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Get your ass off my bus.
But we would also like to thank out everybody for giving us topics and leaving us comments and subscribing ahead of time. We appreciate you for everything that you guys have done with us so far. And we are going to answer some of your questions and go over some of the topics that you guys have reached out to us about throughout the week.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I've got a little bit of experience when it comes to podcasts outside of this. So, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of know how to like get things kicked off. But it's the process that gets us to that point. That's where I'd have a tendency to struggle. So, we've got a couple of stories to tell today, and there is one topic I would love to discuss at some point. But I don't know if you gentlemen have seen this. Whether
Probably
you're
not.
flipping through like the reels and shit like that on like Facebook and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to go ahead, and I'm not going to say the name of the account because I mean we're going to try to keep this like kind of close knit until shit happens, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Unsheath blade.
My father is the pretty much the social media guy for this comedy group he's a part of. It's a pirate comedy group. So, a couple of the reels and shit he's posted have exploded in popularity. One he posted a couple weeks ago has currently, where is it? 3 million views on it.
Ooh.
When normally he's averaging 1 to 200 views per video. Then he posted one just the other day. It's currently sitting at 2.8 million views. I think it'd be absolutely fucking hilarious for you guys to have seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, which is sitting at 3 million, is a video of Captain Jack Sparrow basically dancing on the deck of the Pearl saying, I've got a jar of dirt, that whole thing. That one's sitting at 3 million. But of course, it's pirate comedy. So, in reference to that, I want to hear your guys' quotes or what you would have to finish this. Seriously, guys, there's nothing funny about blank.
Racism.
It's not a serious okay, this portion is meant to be a joke, brother.
I know. I was finishing the blank. There's nothing funny about racism.
It's a little funny. Okay. I thought you were being serious.
Okay. It depends on the context.
It does depend on the context. Because if it's making fun of white people, of course it's fine.
Okay, and obviously some black stereotypes are funny. Case in point, I remember when you guys used to be so full, you used to give me all the chicken.
That's
Yep.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. I don't even like chicken like that.
Fuck.
I am a strong
I like-
believer for the fact is that racism is not funny. Racist jokes definitely are.
That is a very valid point. That
My brother in Christ, that's how our friendship started.
yeah, the joke aspect to it. The actual racism kind of played a part in it, though.
So, in case if anybody is ever wondering how us three guys all ended up meeting, we were all stationed on the same boat. Was it going on deployments together, and one thing led to another, and eventually we all ended up meeting with each other, and we have been friends ever since. The shit that we say on here does not come across as us just like individually bullying each other or coming across as us like actually trying to hurt each other's feelings. The main thing is that is our whole relationship
Yeah, that's
of
the
us.
nature of our relationships. It's fine.
It's basically just us.
I mean, mind you,
Okay,
one person
so-
gets off to it because he likes being degraded, but
Okay, look here, motherfucker. That's you.
he knew exactly what I was fucking calling out.
Look here, motherfucker. That was you.
But
Boy, I don't want to hear it. We've had you know what? No. Ayo, you know what? Ayo, Mickey, check this out. What if I told you that Ian was talking about some getting pegged from my wife?
Me getting pegged?
wait,
I didn't
what?
peg you for that.
Yeah. Oh, nah. Yeah, you remember that night when you called me and I was in the middle of taking a shower, bro?
I don't remember that. I'm not gonna lie. Now, recently, admittedly, there have been a couple of things that I've either said, and ironically on TikTok, there's a couple of videos I've posted that I have zero memory of either saying or posting. Now, mind you, the videos I posted on TikTok were semi-family friendly, but yeah, I just don't remember.
He must pay for his crimes. Anyway,
Yeah,
for
Lord.
context, he said we all bully each other. It's more so Mac bullies me and I bully Ian, and then Ian bullies Mac because he's a better drinker.
I'll drink you all under the table. Speaking of which, I've got rum.
Hey, yo!
What?
Bro, pause.
To fucking what?
There are women, children, and gay people present.
So you, and you.
No, no. I'm talking about Mickey. Well, no, okay, I'm gonna stop calling you Mickey. I'm just gonna have to start calling you John Wick. No, I'm talking about John Wick's wife. You're the child, and yes, I am the gay person.
Hey, that's kind of fucked up. I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest one here. Why am I the child?
Hey, listen, you get no paper.
Motherfucker. So Mac, and you. Got it.
With the wow. Okay. All right.
So, guys.
All right. Let's let him go.
So this is what is going down first. So we have the first few topics to talk about, and a couple of questions. So we got 3 things to talk about today from the viewers. First one is, which Marvel character would you play in a movie coming from Alex?
Deadpool
You would play Deadpool?
or Miles Morales. Deadpool or Miles Morales. There's no in between.
I can see you playing Black Lightning.
What is it with black people and having electricity powers?
Not all black people have electricity powers.
Okay, The exception I'm thinking of is fucking Green Lantern John Stewart, best Green Lantern in my personal opinion. But name one
Correct.
name one black superhero that doesn't have electricity powers. Name one.
Luke Cage.
Captain America, Luke Cage.
Falcon.
Wait, then that's just a DC thing. Wait, no.
No, it's a Marvel thing too. Miles has lightning powers.
Yeah, that's I remember that. Yeah.
Ian, where would you see? Who can you see yourself playing as?
Like what Marvel character?
Yes. So we're gonna go around the table and we're gonna figure out which one you would pick for each other. Is it like which one you pick for yourself? And then we're gonna go around and then we're gonna see who everyone else would pick for them.
Well, considering I'm the Marvel nerd, I'll go first. Mac, you're the Punisher.
My vote was
yeah,
Taskmaster,
you're the Punisher.
but...
Ian. Okay, not because you. Fuck. Who? All right. In all honesty, I would say. No, that's a coin. That's a coin toss. Like, nah, because I can't really pick. All right, I can't pick between Iron Man or Deadpool. I would say you make a really good Deadpool because you run your mouth a lot.
Not as much as you.
Honestly,
I would go with Spider-Man
because you're bored.
I'm gonna go with Spider-Man just because he's the only person.
Spider-Man for yourself.
Yeah, here's my reasoning, right? Yes, Deadpool talks a lot of shit, right? But I talk shit too, but not quite as much. So I would say in Braylon over here is Deadpool, and I'm Spider-Man. Because I don't talk quite as much shit as Deadpool.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I am stronger, faster, and arguably a better fighter than you.
You forget Spider-Man holds back.
And you forget Deadpool can't die.
Also good.
No matter how hard you hit me, I get back up. I can't die.
What happened to the last one? Pussed out like a bitch.
He said, put your head, get on the ground. And
I'm sorry, I knocked your mother last night.
And they took exception to that.
So, for this topic, I ended up asking a couple of for a couple of people to figure out, because personally, I do not see which character I could be able to be playing as, and there was actually one character that I did not even think about that someone actually brought to my attention.
Ooh.
Agent Venom.
Ooh, Flash Thompson.
I can see that.
I can see
that
it
would
too.
be tough. Yo, that's tough. Nah, that's hard.
I looked at it and I was like, damn, that actually does. Like, that actually fits me pretty well.
Wait, hold up. Wait, then who would the symbiote be? Your wife?
Damn.
No, damn.
Damn.
Like, no, it was a genuine question. I'm not talking shit. It was a genuine question, I swear.
Yeah, I do not know, dude. But what was it? So the the character that I would actually end up picking up for Ian is actually a villain.
I'm okay with that.
Ooh, this will be good.
So believe it or not, the character that I could actually pretty much see you doing is Howard Stern, in case if you know who that is.
Did you just say Stern?
Stern. Howard Stern. Do
As
you
in-
guys know who that is?
The leader, nigga?
Yes.
I can see it. You do got a big ass forehead. I can see it.
Oh, damn.
You do got a big ass forehead. I can see it.
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. You're calling me a goddamn senator? I don't work for Hydra. Hydra's a piece of shit.
Yo, it's the fact that he took so long. I was like, damn.
No, I had to look up who this motherfucker is. Hey Mac, do me a solid, right? Please find alternative ways to disappoint your father.
What was it? But however, that was it. The one that I would actually end up picking out for was it Braylon is
Oh, no.
Luke Cage, and the reason being is because imagine how scary it would be for a cop to have a bulletproof black guy running at him.
I think you've told me this one before. That's kind of fun. It's really funny.
Nah, see, fuck you, right? Because why did I know you were gonna? I knew you were gonna say it. I hate that I knew you were gonna say it.
You've heard him say it before.
I know.
All right, we gotta go on to the next topic. God damn it.
Okay, so
Damn, you couldn't go with Falcon. You couldn't go with Falcon.
So the so the next topic so the next two topics are actually like really serious topics, believe it or not.
Okay.
So so there's one topic that I'm gonna say for last specifically. But the next topic actually came from Alejandro Neal. I'm not sure if you guys met him. He was on our boat for a while, and his question was his topic that he wanted to talk about was life on board and after the military.
I mean, I'm still in, so I can't really say anything.
That
about
shit
after.
was dog water. That shit was dog water.
All right, hang on. You say that, and yet I'm pretty sure you're the kind of motherfucker that talks shit on the military to other service members, of course. But at the same time, we're like, it was some of the best times I've ever had.
Yes, that was because of the people who I was stuck with.
It's the
AKA
fucking,
you, motherfucker.
it's the fucking line that describes the Roaring 20s. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Like, motherfucker, what do you mean by that?
All right, all right, here, look, all right, let me add an addendum to that. Let me rewrite that line. It was the best of people in the worst of times. With how, and see, I know these motherfuckers are going to talk shit on my name whenever I'm not on this podcast. I'm going to just say it right now. Motherfucker, they locked me up. Like, straight up. And whenever I wasn't locked up, couldn't nobody find me.
They couldn't find you.
I think they turned out the lights and said, hey, where'd Stokes go? Man, racist motherfucker. I'm a prefix by saying this. I'm not that black.
No, I just got silent.
I'm not that black. But okay, okay. All right, but in all honesty, I can say, in all honesty, I can say probably some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Under better circumstances, I would definitely do it again. Just don't put me on that god awful shit because good lord.
One
Do
thing
a better job, brother.
So one thing I would
Bitch, you're still in. I don't want to hear it.
One thing I would definitely highly recommend for people who are listening to this is that if you are going to join the military, I promise you there are a lot of benefits to being in it. But one thing I would definitely recommend that that every single one of us wish that we probably would have done, but never thought about doing it until later. Especially
join
me
the
with
army.
Everything. Well,
just join the army.
Go officer route.
Yeah, go officer. Don't go enlisted. Unless you
don't do it.
Unless you can't get into a college, whether it's community college or otherwise. And it's like one of those things of, hey, you're in a bad situation. If you're not in a bad situation and you want to join the military and do your part, go officer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in a bad situation and you're trying to get in as fast as you can so that way you can get out of that bad situation, that's when you're perfectly fine going enlisted.
Yeah.
Oh, and some tips for those who are already joining if you're listening in. Enjoy boot camp. Cherish it. You're gonna hate you're gonna hate it in the moment, but afterwards you're gonna be like, man, I wonder how those dudes are doing.
You've probably heard these stories at the same time when it comes to boot camp that you are going to struggle, like whether it's like in terms of physicality or otherwise, But at the same time, the moments where you're not being like constantly being forced to push the deck or fucking you're just not doing anything that would cause you to get in trouble. You're just kind of your leadership is just kind of passing the time. Those motherfuckers are funny. You are not allowed to laugh,
God.
but they will make you fucking laugh.
Boot camp is one of the most stressful and hard. Was it in like was it in like the most funniest part of your entire Navy career that you cannot laugh at? And
Yeah.
believe it or not, boot camp and A school are the two of the easiest things that you are going to do in the entire military.
Yep.
Facts. Literally, all you have to do is just get in shape and learn stuff. And then at A school, all you have to do is just learn stuff.
Yep.
And then they just
And
ship you off to a boat.
Maintain your level of physicality.
One thing I would also highly recommend for you is that say that you are already in, and was it you're looking forward to getting your G214 soon, or you're planning on getting out. Make sure that you have a plan, because that is one thing that they do not express to you whenever it was right before you get out. Because if you don't have a plan right before you get out, you are not going to have a smooth transition. You're not going to be able to afford to be able to live on your own by yourself.
Yeah.
The VA won't really. All right. I will say, because I'm the only one who's out currently, right? It was an honest question. I'm asking y'all if y'all are out. All right, I know that Ian's in. Are you still in, Mac?
Yes, I'm still in.
Are you? Okay, so as the only guy who's out. John Wick's never going in. John Wick's never getting out.
He doesn't pull out either. He doesn't pull out. He just leaves.
Oh God. Yeah, but all right. As the only one who's currently out of military, I can't say life hit me like a motherfucker, dog. I'm talking. I had no plan. I had no Thank God I had help. Luckily, I had my dad to help me out for a little bit. Fuck off. I got a dad.
I'm pretty sure nobody was gonna make that joke, but you did.
That was the point. It's called subversion.
We were thinking about it, but we figured that would be too easy.
It's called trope subversion.
Too easy, a lot like his mother.
No, too easy will be me clowning on Mac's height, since he's technically the shortest one here.
Good point.
But if I wanted to challenge, I'd talk about how are you a sped kid in the military and still can't get bitches? Now let's talk about it.
Is this being pointed at me or Ian?
Oh, I know who that
was. Ian, you're married. You get.
I knew who that was pointed at.
You never said you don't get bitches. We went out one time. I already know you're certified. Well, I already know you're certified. I know Matt gets bitches. If Ian, who I'm calling out, bro. Man, but okay. Before you clown me, let me finish my point.
I mean, you're just gonna clown yourself, so I don't really do much.
Yeah, well, I have to. Unfortunately, I'm deep in depression and misery.
Oh, you're deep. Got it. Deep thoughts with the deep.
I'm not gonna comment on that. I know that was a reference. I know it was a reference. God damn it. No. Fuck the deep. I hate the deep. Fuck. I swear it's like the Goblin Mask. The voices.
The voices. The voices.
I hate them. Okay, stop getting me off topic. Fuck. Whenever you get out, make sure you have a plan. Okay, confer with your parents, loved ones, hell, maybe even your wife if she hasn't cheated on you. Yes, it's a real thing. Yes, it happens a lot. It's terrible. Talk to your brothers, any siblings, see if they can ease your transition getting home. Abuse the veteran card. It gets you a lot. Once you're out, you're basically a recognized veteran. Abuse the hell out of it. It will help you a lot in the long run. That DD214, never lose it. Never lose the DD214. If you're getting like for what I did, I went the trade school route. I have my DD214. Usually they have a schooling system that you have to go through. If you give them your DD214 for being ex-military, they basically give you the highest amount of pay possible at starting levels. So you'll basically be making buku bucks as a beginner.
Yeah.
If not, then it's basically just a red carpet. So whatever you do, do not lose your DD214.
Hey, so what exactly do you do now, Braylon? Because I know you're not washing dishes anymore.
Okay, see, I know that was a jab, but I'm gonna let you have that. Right now I'm an independent contractor.
So okay.
Currently I'm working on fixing up houses and shit. Otherwise, I would be probably focusing on getting back into ironwork.
Fair.
All right. One other thing I would also highly recommend for a lot of people, especially if you were if you were active duty and went into war zones and had incidents on the boat that required you to go to medical. Definitely, before you get out, make copies of your medical record for the VA so that you can get your disability.
Yeah.
That too.
Because if you have no paperwork, black and white, that is there, you are not going to get any disability, which is no check, no money towards anything that you did, and the VA is just going to basically throw you aside and it's like, congratulations, you're a veteran. You're a broken toy. We can't play with you anymore, and they're just going to throw you aside just to make you. For you to figure out what else you're going to do on your own. Which leads into the next topic, which is the final topic of mental health in the military and recovering getting out. And that is coming from an anonymous user who DM'd me through social media.
Honestly, I don't really have a whole lot of mental health issues. I mean, that's mostly due to the fact that what job I've got. But I know other people, they have a tendency to struggle with it from time to time.
So this is a big topic that I'm definitely going to be talking on. I ended up getting diagnosed with PTSD while I was in the service, while I'm still in. And And a handful of other things I ended up getting diagnosed with throughout the duration of me being in. And I can definitely tell you this is that it is very, very hard to continuing on doing what you're doing while also fighting, the thoughts and, everything else that goes behind. And I can definitely tell you this is that a lot of people say that they got your back and that they're going to try and help you out with your mental health. But at the end of the day, most of the time you cannot, expect and trust, people to be there for you. At the end of the day, it's going to have to be you to be able to take care of your things. At the end of the day, people are like the close friends that you make while you're there. They're going to back you up. They're going to help. They're going to support you in any way that you can. But at the end of the day, it's all up on you. And if you do not take care of your mental health or anything along those lines, if you follow into the substance, because for me, I ended up battling with alcohol for a long time. I thought that me getting into therapy and doing everything to benefit myself was a sign of weakness, and I was going to get kicked out for it. That's what my initial thought was. Which in reality, you won't get kicked out for it if you're trying to help yourself. And whenever you are trying to get through it and trying to help out with everything, eventually you'll get better. But, the main thing that I'm just trying to show up here for this, especially with people who struggled like I did and like I am, is make sure that you're taking care of yourself over everything else that you do. That wall will get painted no matter what you do. The deck will get swept. Somebody will pick up your slack wherever you need it. But main thing that you need to focus on is that people are irreplaceable, and are irreplaceable. That is people are a valuable resource in the military. Which if you which if you end up losing yourself along the way, and what was it you lose that fight, you know was it and you never tried to help yourself, nothing's gonna fix that. And you know everyone just ends up losing their friend, or another coworker or somebody else that was going to be able to help. So make sure you take care of yourself while you're in the military, and take care of your mental health as much as you possibly can, because believe it or not, every life matters. So but
Sorry,
that's
didn't
all I
mean to
got.
interrupt.
That's all I got.
On that note, because don't think it means weakness if you ask for help. It doesn't matter what you're asking help on. If you think it's weakness to ask for help, you're probably not the brightest crayon on the lunchbox. But I actually recently met somebody who was on the boat alongside us.
Oh.
That I didn't ever interact with because they were squadron.
Who?
Fuck, I didn't catch his name. But he's got out where I'm at, he's got a right-hand drive vehicle.
Oh.
You don't see that often out here.
Yeah. But moving on to a better topic. So with this being the first ever episode, one of the things that we wanted to go around and tell was some of our favorite stories of us being in the service before or after. Was it before, during, or after the service? And we're just going to kind of go around the table and just kind of tell stories about that too. Was it before wrapping this up? So let's go, Ian.
Yes.
What is one story that you want to share first?
Honestly, because of how, like, the pieces in between that I don't really remember, I'm gonna do my best. I know you've got a portion of it that's kind of fun, like kind of stupid. It was infuriating on your end at the time.
Yeah.
And Braylon here has only heard this story a handful of times. So for the sake of the first episode, it's time to tell the Milano's story.
Oh.
Oh, yay.
Oh, no.
So, a little bit of pretext. I don't talk to this individual anymore. And I haven't since I left the boat. Which is good.
Good.
Because they were fucking stupid. That's the primary reason why I haven't talked to him. So...
Okay, wait, hold on. All right, one interjection. That's not a valid argument because, and I quote, this is your saying, we all do stupid shit.
No. I said we are smart people that like to do stupid shit. I didn't say I was stupid. This person does stupid shit, and they are dumb. They pretty much worked alongside you, doing the same thing you primarily did before you were washing dishes.
So a troglodyte then.
Yes.
Proceed.
So, I gotta preface the story with this individual that I have not talked to. There was something kind of developing, and then, like, I go to work one day, and I come back, and as I'm working up the courage to ask him out, they said, hey, I'm going to be getting into a relationship with this other guy. I'm like, okay, cool, fuck it. I'm gonna not even worry about that anymore. Fast forward to the night of this story, right? I'm not talking to this individual. Like, I'm, like, ignoring him pretty much the entire time. Mac over here is telling me, like, bro, you need to chill out with that shit. I'm like, why? I'm fucking hurting due to this situation. And he goes, well, just for the sake of keeping the vibes light, calm down with it. I'm like, okay, I can do that. Didn't really put a whole lot of effort into it, admittedly. But I still did some stuff, right? Now, mind you, I had started out the night hanging out with some other friends and then met up with Mac, his buddy Cookie, and this individual. There's a bar out in the Haunch in Japan called George's. We started out there. I think I had a couple of drinks there. I don't remember what they are because it's been a while. Then we went to, what was the place across the way? It was the one we went to before we went to.
It was the Ice Lounge.
The Ice Lounge. Well, we went in there. I had one drink, paid for it, and then walked outside because I was not having this shit. Like, I was still, like, just pissed off at the whole situation leading up to that. So Cookie comes out to me. He has, like, a heart-to-heart kind of talk with me. Like, hey, keep the vibes light kind of bullshit. I'm like, yeah, fine. And then he basically tells me to talk to the other individual. I'm like, fun. So we talk it out. We get onto amicable. We make the situation amicable and everything. So, cool. It's not as bad. It still hurts, but I can live with it now. Well, the Ice Lounge closes. But before it does,
so let me cut in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Cookie have been best friends since boot camp. Like that is a boot camp brother of mine for the rest of my life.
We need to get him in on this to tell a
yeah.
story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you should know exactly what fucking story I'm referring to.
Yes. So we knew from the moment that she showed up that this was going to end up causing problems, and that you were going to be down in the dumps, and you didn't want to be around her too terribly much. So me and Cookie, from the moment that we were at George's, me and him formed up a plan for Ian, which was we were going to make him forget about her all in one night. And if anybody knew about anything about me and Cookie's reputation, we were going to make that happen. We're going to let you continue the story from this forward.
So, Ice Lounge is about to close. Some of the employees there ask, hey, do you guys want to go to this other club that is owned by the same people called Milano's? Mac and Cookie are like, yeah, let's fucking go. So the other individual, myself, and all four of us, we go out to the spot. And I'm like, we're hanging out there for a little bit. And there's a entry fee. Or I think it's called a cover charge. So I didn't have the cash for it. They didn't take card there at that spot. So I needed to go to an ATM. Well, the other individual and I, we take off to go to an ATM, come back. Mac and Cookie are nowhere to be found. So I pay the cover charge for or we get something to eat at like a shawarma place. It's like right next door. We get something to eat. We pay the cover charge, go in, look around, see if they're inside. No, they are not.
Not here.
Go outside, go back over to the 7-Eleven where we went to the ATM, connected to the internet. I text Mac, hey, where are you at? No response. I didn't have Cookie's contact info. So we waited about 10-15 minutes right outside Milano's. Go back to the 7-Eleven. I texted again, hey, where did you go? No response. And there wasn't even a response to the first message in the time it took for us to go back to the entrance, right? We're just going back and forth for like 30, 45 minutes. And then finally I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go sit inside. We go into the club. We're sitting down, like at one of the tables that were right there. And I'm just waiting. 45 more minutes go by. Here comes Mac, Cookie in tow, and this motherfucker looks pissed off. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Have you guys been? And Mac's just like, I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I didn't find out about why until much later when I was actually discussing the whole story with a couple of people with him involved. And why don't you go ahead and tell the story about where you were during that like hour and a half moment you were gone?
So what ended up happening was right as soon as we get out of the taxi, you guys go off to go to the ATM, and another bar owner that Cookie knows very well comes over and invites us off to his bar. We go over there, and we go over there, and we're sitting down. Cookie's talking to the manager. He's talking to the bar owner, and I'm sitting there, and I'm chopping it up with Cookie and the bar manager, and there are these girls that are working there, and I decide to give them my card, and and the bar manager gets me a beer. And while I'm sitting there and I'm drinking my beer and I'm having my drink and everything, after we're done cutting it up and everything, we're done. We're getting ready to go back. The owner of the bar hands me my bill, $365. Like, is what he was charging me. I only had one beer. Turns out the other girls who were there, who was working, decided to charge all of their drinks to my card.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking fly with that.
Dude, I straight up
I'm
looked
crashing out on the spot.
Oh, I did. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not fucking paying this. And he's like, and he then threatened to call the cops if I didn't pay it. I end up paying it, and I'm pissed. I'm absolutely pissed. And I told Cookie, I was like, dude, if I ever see that that bar owner again, it's on site. We end up leaving. We come back we go back to Milano's and meet back up with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I straight up tell Cookie, I'm like, dude, I hope you know you're paying for the rest of the night. Cookie obliges because he's making it up to me now, and and we continue on with the rest of the night. This is where the story continues from Ian's point.
So, Mac is clearly fucking pissed off. God damn it. He's clearly pissed off about the situation. As I said, at this point, I didn't know what's going on. Cookie tells him, hey, I'm going to take care of it, right? He pulls me off to the side. He says, hey, had some bullshit come up. Mac is pissed. Do you mind helping pitch in so we can get a booth? In order to get a booth, you have to get a premium bottle of pick an alcohol, right? We went with a $200 bottle of champagne just to get this booth. We go over. Mac is still clearly pissed. I let him pop the bottle. He's just a little upset. Well, we kill the bottle in less than 10 minutes. Between 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Fucking. So, time goes on. We're all just kind of vibing, just hanging out in this booth. And Cookie goes over to the manager of the bar or of the club and asks, hey, if there are any any girls that are not really doing anything, invite them over to the booth. Well, he did in fact do that. Mac, Cookie, and I all are sitting there, just kind of chopping it up. The girl, Mac's not really going to he's not really talking to her like he's interested or anything. He's just chatting up, making conversation kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
Well, I'm chatting up this one girl, and fucking we go out to the dance floor a couple of times, come back. Then she goes off to go to the bathroom. About that time, Cookie goes to do the same. So I'm sitting there for a couple of minutes. The girl that Cookie was talking to, I just start up a conversation just because why not? And then Cookie and the original girl come back as well. So we're all just, the three of us are chatting it up. We go out and dance once again, come back, conversation keeps going. Now, mind you, every opportunity I get, I go up, get a couple of drinks, and I'm drinking Moscow Mules, one after the next. The girls left, and we ended up sticking around for a couple more hours at this club. Now,
it wasn't. It was definitely more than just a couple hours. We didn't leave the bar until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hang on. No. It wasn't 4 o'clock in the morning. We got there approximately 1 a.m. Couldn't find you and Cookie for about an hour and a half. So by this point, it's almost 3 a.m. We're hanging out at this club for an additional, I want to say 3-ish hours. No, it was like about 5:30 when we left it, because they were starting to close everything down. Well, I've been knocking back Moscow Mules the whole night. Mac is schlumped. He has been just alcohol. Like, I don't know what he'd been drinking that night, but it was just one after the next as well.
Anything and everything the bar would give me.
Yeah, pretty much. So we start to make our way back to base. This is Japan. We were in Yokohama. Base was in Yokosuka.
That's a far ass ride.
That is a pretty decent far ride, right? But we all happen to have our train cards on us. We make it back to the station, or we're starting to make it back to the station, and Mac needs to go to the bathroom. I'm like, God damn it, we're probably gonna end up missing the train. So we go into this bar. He goes to the bathroom, and the bartender's like, hey, I can't let you guys use the bathroom unless you buy something. I said, hey, can you get us a couple of bottles of water? He's like, yeah, no problem. Buy a couple of bottles of water, give one to Mac, and we're on our merry way once he's done, right? Well, we make it to the train station. I am, at this point, buzzed. Like, I'm not drunk, I'm just buzzed, because I'm now the one person that had not had a whole lot of go out to clubs, go out to bars, and drink with friends and just have fun. I'm not used to that. That was the first time I'd ever gone to a club like that. We get to the train station. I have to lead these motherfuckers to scan their cards so they can go through the gate. We get to the train platform. We have to go from one train, 2 stations down, which stops at like every stop. Get to the major spot. Get off the train. Wait, what was it? Like 15, 20 minutes at that point. Get back on a train and then finally make it back to Yokosuka. I had plans that day to go to the Japanese Fertility Festival.
Also known as the Dick Festival.
Yeah. Or the Penis Festival, as some people call it, right? I had plans to go to that with a bunch of coworkers, just because it's funny.
I knew it was gay. I knew it was gay. I'm
It's
calling
funny.
it.
It's what you do. You're in Japan during that time frame. You go. It's just funny, right? So, fucking, we make it back to Yokosuka. Mac and Cookie split off to do something else. I walk back to base with the other individual, and we split off as soon as we're back on base. Cool. I'm now walking on base alone. I go back to my barracks. I look at the time on my phone. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. I then went to get food. I went to go get breakfast. Ate something, went back to my room, sat, waited for a text in the group chat for the people that were going to the festival. Nothing. For 2 hours. Nothing. I then send a message in this group chat. Hey, what time are we meeting? Nothing. I proceed to lay down in the beanbag chair that I had and just chill out for a little while.
Comfy as hell.
Oh, it was so nice. Went to sleep. Woke up 3 hours later. Still no text. Go figure. I turn on my Xbox, play video games for a couple hours, look down at my phone. Hey, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. Well, time to do it all over again. Went out back to the bars, met back up with Mac and Cookie, and we proceeded to drink until like 1 a.m. again.
So, I'm gonna tell you my point of view from the moment we got to the gate. Cookie is carrying me all the way back to his room. I am simultaneously hungover and still drunk from the night prior. We get to his room. I pass out. Me and him wake up and we go and visit a friend of his who lives out in town. She makes us food. We're hanging out there for a while, and eventually it starts getting a little bit later, so we decide to leave. We leave, and she lives like right outside base, and we're about to we're about to cross the street back where the haunch is. Cookie looks at me and just says, "Hey, you want to go to the haunch and see see if we know anybody out there?" And I was like, and me swearing up and down from the moment we were getting on the base to the moment I laid down in that bed, I straight up said, I am never drinking again. Now, when given the opportunity again, I'm sitting here thinking, no, I'm not going to drink anymore. I don't want to go stepping foot into another bar. I don't want to do anything along those lines. What I actually said was
that was a lie.
What I actually said was, fuck it, sure, let's start with George's.
The funniest part is the way, with how drunk he was that morning, I had actually expected him to be like, no, I'm not going to go out tonight. He goes to George's. Guess where I'm at? George's. I turn to him, like, he walks in the door and everything. I hear Cookie's voice. I turn, look to go, like, to wave hi and everything, and I see Mac, and I go, Mac! Like, arms thrown up and everything, like... And he goes, Ian! And then we proceed to take shots.
That's the story.
Remind me to never go drinking with you guys.
No. I am the semi-responsible drinker that when I get fucked up, I will still be able to make it home. Mac, on the other hand, is probably a different story.
Dude, I have passed out in a bar bathroom, on the street. I've woken up on a bench in the bar, in the park and woke up at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, having no idea how I'm getting there with the Pirates of the Caribbean freaking side quest playing in my head, wondering what the hell just happened.
I've got to laugh over this because I don't want to get a copyright strike on the first fucking episode.
But Braylon, what is one story that you really want to share about, was it military and after military?
Oh my God. All right. If I have to do military and after military, then I will have my toe. Fuck.
You good, bro?
Shit. I just stubbed my fucking toe on a tear. Shut up. Okay. Then I'll have two. One for both of you because for some odd reason, all three of us never hung out at once unless we were on duty. Well, unless we were actively out at sea. And then for one, whenever I got home, it will have to be for how I met my fiance. And both of your reactions to how I talked about her.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, so I guess I have. All right, so I guess I have two stories and a mini story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the one that I'm gonna start with the first one. Ian, I can say one word and it'll trigger everything, and you will start laughing. I promise you. Torpedo. You knew I was gonna tell this story. I know you know I was gonna
trying
tell
to
this
place
story.
why that's funny. What the fuck is this story? God damn it! All right, go ahead.
Abby.
Oh,
Abby.
yeah, you're right.
Abby, dude.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh shit! I thought that's what you were talking about.
I didn't realize
hold
that.
on 1
I
minute.
forgot that was your nickname for her, but that's fine. Nut check.
Okay. All right. So peep game, right? So I'm okay now because this was some years ago. I think I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. You were. Wait, you're 23, right, dude?
Yeah, I'm turning 24 here shortly, within the next couple of days.
Okay, so I was 18. That means you were 20. Also, happy birthday, prick.
Hang on. I wasn't 20 when I know, like, when I officially met you, I was like 22. I'm 01, brother.
Yeah, I'm 03. So if it happened like when we went out to sea, whenever it was in my first year.
Again.
So at the time I was 18.
If you are 23, and at the time you were.
I'm 22. I'm 22, bro.
I'm telling you, I was 22 when this happened, meaning you have your timelines mixed the fuck up. Because this was more than likely 2022.
Dog.
Going
if
into
you
2023?
Dog. Bro, if I'm 22 and you're about to be 24, that means there's a 2-year age difference.
Yes.
If I'm remembering it at 18, there would be no other choice for you to be but 20, unless I was 19 and you were 21. Because then, whatever. Fuck it. The age don't matter. Let's just talk about the bitch.
Fair point.
Okay, so
semantics.
All right, so
how old are you, step bro?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
What the fuck? Hey, y'all. What? All right. So the order of events is as follows. I'm a new sailor, fresh out of A school. I come to Japan. I'm cutting the rug and whatnot. I get my sea legs going. So I'm getting my sea legs and whatnot, getting used to it. Somewhere along the line, I meet this motherfucker because of a mutual love of a very old webcomic that came out in 2009.
Hang on. I just caught a reference I made a reference. You caught it and laughed. I go, wow. All right.
What? What?
I don't remember what the reference it was, because, fucking...
Okay, well, anyway. I'm trying not to extend the runtime, dude. Come on.
I don't care about the fucking runtime.
Well, who's the one editing?
Me?
Oh, well, Oh, well, in that case, bet fuck you. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run. So I'm new to the ship. I meet him, and then sometime afterwards, I meet Abby, the torpedo in question. Lord knows I did not know what the nickname meant until someone told me further down the line. And me, being the utter dumbass I am, I didn't realize the context of the name. Now, for even bigger context, as far as the group goes, I can say now that I fully matured, I was slow as shit.
And that's
But yeah,
in
I'm
your
a rag on myself.
defense. That helped you.
Well, yes,
It
well, yes,
protected
yes, yes, you did.
No. I didn't. It did. As in, your slowness protected you.
Yeah, especially considering I should not have wanted to get my meat wet from that bitch.
Yeah.
It almost cost the motherfucker his life, but we're gonna get further down. We're gonna get to that part a little bit later. Okay, so I meet this one chick. Her name is Abby. I noticed that she's sitting alone. I'm new, and then naturally I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, hey, hey, I'm new. My name's Braylon. What's your name? She's like, Abby. So then we hit it off. See, in my mind, the context I should have taken from it that I know now should have been like, okay, she's sitting alone, and immediately after I sit with people who she said she was friends with, and like I just started sitting with them regularly, and then I hear them starting to talk shit. But luckily enough, I'm cool with them to be like, yo, how come y'all talking shit? And then they started dropping some lore. But at the same time, my intelligence wasn't high enough for it to register. I failed my intelligence roll.
No, that was a
So
wisdom
I
check,
did
not an
so.
intelligence roll.
Oh yeah, no. All right. So with you, I fail wisdom checks, and with Davis, I fail intelligence checks. Got it. Okay. So according to Ian and his ever-present counsel, I failed my wisdom check.
You also failed
So
the
anyway,
vibe
I
check,
started.
but
Okay, look here, motherfucker.
interruptions aside,
Are you
continue.
gonna? Okay, so I keep hanging out with her. Eventually, Eventually, I start picking up some vibes. It's starting to feel like, oh, okay, so she kind of works with me though. Now, naturally, I'm young. I was never really good at relationships in school, and arguably, I was just a really unknown little woobie stuck on a boat.
All right, before you continue
So
this, dear audience, if you could not tell, at that point in time, Braylon himself was a virgin.
yes, having your losing your also a little segue. Losing your virginity early is not a flex.
It's not. It's really not.
I didn't lose mine until I was 20. Well, I didn't lose mine until I was 21, and it was my fiance who took it.
That's fine. Anyway.
Okay, bet whose soul am I taking?
That was the one that your fiance took.
Okay, well, see, I'm okay. See, I'm gonna get to the story that you and Ian both know about later, but otherwise, I'm gonna just keep going. So naturally, I'm starting to get a vibe that I'm starting to get the vibe that she likes me, and then another mutual friend of hers that I started hanging out with, he was a black dude. I forget his name, but he was gay. He was cool as shit. He starts telling me, "Oh nah, she's feeling you, bro." I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Nah, you can't tell, dog. She want that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So naturally, any dude who's inexperienced in that line is going to be like, okay, well, naturally, the next line of work is I'm going to ask her out.
Little did he know.
Now, all the red flags went over my head. I didn't know any better. Oh, good fucking lord, it's coming down. If you hear any rain, I am outside on my patio.
Uh-huh.
Well, correction, on my mother's patio. I live in a basement. Don't do drugs, kids. That's so. But
Anyway.
anyway, now what I want to be mad and say that this motherfucker Ian didn't do anything to warn me, but I'd be lying because even if I don't remember, I strongly feel like he did. And actually, no. You didn't tell me. Actually, no. You didn't really give me the backstory until after I had already until after I had already asked her out. Luckily, my horniness had not taken over yet because whenever I went to ask her out, it was at night. It was completely dark. We had a moment. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I tell you I almost folded and tore her ass up inside the fucking inside the fucking fuck, what was it called? It was like a corridor. No, not the fan room. Good lord, I didn't learn about that until way later. No, like it was by the stair. It was by like a set of stairs. Like you know the stairs that y'all would usually catch me running up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Stairwell, the ladder well.
Yeah, yep, the ladder well. Yeah, so it was on the ladder well, and when I tell you, dog, I almost tore her ass up then and there. I was like, fuck, no, not you. I'll get sacked for it. No, I can't. It was like the it was like the goblin mask. I swear, it got harder and harder to resist. Nah, I had Aaron in my ear. Telling me, "Do you remember what they did to you, nigga? I'm 18 and a virgin. Let me go." But regardless, okay. So luckily, I had it within my mind to resist, and then I think that's when I met. Actually, no. I think that's when me and Ian actually started hanging out for real. Like we met long before I met Abby, but we didn't really start hanging out until after I started messing around with her for real. And so whenever we started meeting, I'm like, okay. I think I forget how the convo went. You might have to sub in for me, Ian. I think one of us had asked if we were seeing each other, and then I told you I was seeing her, and then you're like, nah, don't do that. And I was like, well, why not? Then you said, let me tell you from personal experience, because I had something going on with that. Don't do it. They call it torpedo. I'm like, well, okay, well, what the fuck
I
does that
wasn't
mean?
the one who told you what the nickname was. That was somebody
Well,
else.
wait.
I said I
what did you
wouldn't
tell
mess around. I wouldn't mess around with that because I pretty much said she was ran through. But I said it in more friendly terms. I am no longer that kind of friendly guy. So, fair warning. Me then versus me now are two different people.
Oh, God. No, it's the same with me. Especially considering now I get more cleanse than anyone in this call. You can fight me on that.
Your right hand don't count, brother.
No, but my fiance, my other fiance, my boyfriend, and my brand new girlfriend that I just got would like to differ.
Hang on. I'm sorry, Mag. I have your soundboard muted on my end, so it never actually made it into the recording.
Damn it.
And I'm not.
I'm gonna need you to unmute it.
No,
we're gonna need you to unmute that.
I'm
gonna need you to unmute it.
No,
it's comedy gold, bro.
It's
the streets of Yarnum have a right to know.
No, they don't. They
the
really
streets
don't.
of Lingrave. The streets of Lingrave need it, bro.
Look upon my field and see that it is barren. This is the field in which I grow all of the fucks.
Look upon my field and see that it is barren. But pretty much, yeah, that exact line is what you told me whenever I was telling you about Abby.
No,
and
I'm pretty sure you were like,
after that,
what do you mean? And I'm like, hot dog and hallway.
Dropping the tic tac into a lake. One time I fell as if I fell into a bottomless pit. Anyway, after that, I get the message, and then I start pulling back. She notices, and then she fucking switched up.
Didn't she start getting with a relatively well-known guy between the two of us? And she was talking shit
part of this story.
She was talking so much shit behind his back, like, oh, he's a bad boyfriend. Motherfucker, no the fuck he is.
See, with that in mind, I want you to know that this girl not only secured me a good spot with this motherfucker who I call my brother, Yes, I'm talking about you, Ian. You're
I'm
not
aware.
black.
I'm aware.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna let you know. All right, I'm gonna let you know now. You may be my brother, but you do not get to say the N word. You're not black.
I'm aware.
You do not have the pass.
Now,
Currently,
Mac,
only
on the
Davis
other
does
hand.
because one. Okay, currently, all right. Out of everyone in this call, only can say it simply because this motherfucker has my blood running through him. But that's a story for another time. All
No.
right, I know. All right, I know you remember. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
All right, but basically, all right. So what had happened was me fucking around with this bitch got me two groups of friends that I'm actually kind of tight with to this day.
Yep.
Like Ian, you more prominently, but with the second group of friends, I'm still cool with. Like I can still like hit them up and be like, "Hey man, how you doing?"
Oh.
And here's how I knew this bitch was on some bullshit. Like how I found out about it was crazy. So I'm chilling with the dude in question. I'm chilling with the dude's name is Darian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his last name, but I'm chilling with his friends, and I didn't know that they were friends at the time. So I know, like, I heard about him, but I didn't really know who he was. But I heard about him through his friends. So I'm chilling with his friends. No, all of these are like 30, 40, 50-year-old dudes. I'm still under the age of 20. So naturally, I'm like, okay, let me pick up on. All right, so let me pick up some game. And then here comes Darian flaunting Abby. Now, naturally, I see Abby, it's straight sparks. I'm like, oh, I'm like, nah. And when I say it's straight sparks, I'm talking, nigga. I was when I say, I'm like, oh, hello, Red. Because, well, she had fucking orange hair at the time. She fucking dyed her shit. I don't know. I'm like, oh,
She
hello,
was
Red.
blonde
Isn't it
when I
past
met
your
her.
bedtime? But it was red. It was red at the time. I don't know. I was quoting Ruby. Okay, it was the first thing that came to mind. I was so pissed, and the line worked because she said, "Eat my fucking ass." So I'm like, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Anyway, so naturally, I'm like, oh, hello, Red. Isn't it past your bedtime? You know, but, well, all right. Me and Ian can confirm she is short as hell, bro. I'm talking. Wait, wasn't she like 4'2"? Or she was either
Something
4'2" or
along those
5'2".
lines. Something along those lines.
Yeah. So
I
like
don't think
she
she
was
was that
short as
short. She was
hell.
like maybe 5'3". Still short.
She was somewhere in the she was somewhere in the 4 to 5 foot range. I remember that well. Okay, so naturally I take a jab at her. I'm like, oh hello, isn't it past your bedtime, lost child? She's like, eat my ass. I'm like, you like that. Anyway, later down the line, oh my god, when I tell you I almost had to fuck Darian's ass up because he was getting hot. I don't know who he was talking hot to. Like no, and at this point in time, I'm a little older. Both all right, and both and Ian know when I was on the boat, I was not the same person I am now. Like in contrast, that well, all right, would you guys say I've like mellowed out way more versus when I was on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like yeah. Like these two will tell you when I was in the service with them, I was not a calm and rational person, bro. I was always angry, always ready to
That
crash
man
out.
was crash out central every other like 5 minutes.
And the only time I wasn't is whenever we were on Liberty or whenever we were all off duty and I was just joking around with y'all. And even then, it would still be like, who the fuck wants smoke, bro? Man, nah. I swear, man, fucking around with y'all, I would have died. I swear.
All right, I need to get
Anyway, he's looking at me. He's going, yo, so what's up? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I didn't even do anything. Anyway, he keep acting hot. Immediately, I get red. I'm like, man, nah, what you want to do? Like, not like when I tell you niggas was dead ass dragging us outside the other end of the galley. I'm like, dog, I'm about to fuck you up. Don't get fucked up because you can't keep your bitch in line, bro. I'm like, don't get fucked up because you can't keep your bitch in line. But like, straight up, I said that. I was pissed because it's like, nigga, I'm not doing this. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you want a white knight for a thought. Do it all. I'm like, do it for the rest of your life for all I care. Just don't step to me because you want to be. I'm like, just don't step to me because you want to be Clark Kent, Captain Saberho. Like, no, I'm not doing it. So yeah, actually, you know, I hope he's doing good. But the last time me and Darian talked, and no, he shot me a text. Now that I'm out, this nigga asked me for money so he can get out of jail, bro.
Brother, what?
Nigga,
I'm
I swear
sorry,
to God.
what?
This nigga dad, like, I don't even know how he got my Facebook, but he shot me a text on it. He's like, hey, brother, what's up? It's been a minute. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, yo, so real quick, can you shoot me can you shoot me a couple bills so I can get out of jail? I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, there is no way, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, so naturally, I'm split into two. A part of me is being like, okay, should I? All right, so a part of me is like, okay, I do know him. He was going through it. Maybe I should help him out. Another part of me is crying, laughing because, bro, what the fuck? And then the old part of me that remember when he was talking shit, I'm like, you can go stuck your blood clot, mother, you son of a bitch. Nigga would have had me speaking in Jamaican, bro. Jamaican. Any Jamaican listeners will get it. I'm like, basically, I said, go suck your mother, your blood clot.
All right.
Oh, God. Okay. And then that leads to part 2. Well, and then that leads to story 2. But basically,
hang on.
Moral of the story.
We got a turn limit here, brother. One story per turn.
I said I had 2, and then a mini story.
I'm aware that there are 2.
But we're about to have to do a lot of cutting in this.
Yeah,
Oh God. Okay, fine. Here, I'm gonna finish it up like this. Moral of the story, and I'm sure everyone here can agree on it. If you're in the service, especially in the Navy, whatever you do not, I repeat, do not try to start a romantic relationship with any female in the service, period.
Especially if they're a snow bunny.
Okay, watch yourself, nigga.
Oh,
watch yourself, motherfucker. Okay, hey, look, watch yourself, motherfucker. My fiance's white.
No.
All right.
What I meant was, snow bunny in the service, don't fuck with that shit. Do yourself a favor.
No, like 100%. Okay, yeah, like 100% correct. Abby was white when I tell you. Like, when I tell you straight up.
She was ghetto white. That's why I said snow bunny.
No. Yeah, but yeah.
Someone please, what was it? Please edit in the "Cash Me Outside" saying in the editing process.
I'll do what I can.
All right, Ian,
I can't
you know
make
what to
any
do.
promises.
Just turning the low tier god mods. Tear his skull apart. Thank you very much.
All right.
Ice him.
So,
not Mr. Big, bro.
So are y'all ready for the infamous Thailand story?
That's exactly what I was going to ask you.
You mean the one with the
tell.
lady boys?
That's the one I was going to ask you to tell.
Wait, hold on.
So,
You talking about the one with the lady boys? Oh, shit.
Oh, so there's actually parts of the story that I have not told you guys about yet. Because this was like...
Even with the
this
last
was
time
like,
you told me the story?
Dude, there was like 3... Dude, this, like, so... So whenever we go to a port, it's like we're usually there for like 4 days. We went on a full 3-day of just side quests of just pure fuckery. And I will get into this. So this all starts from the moment we pulled into Thailand. So me and my buddy are getting ready to go, and my chief ends up walking up to me and says, "Hey, what was it? Hey, for the sake of the story, I'm gonna name this guy Carson. Carson is one of the biggest douchebags in my division. Like he is
Oh,
like on
dude.
full fuckboy mode the entire time, and nobody wanted to go out with him. But Chief was hell bent determined, saying, "We're not going to have anybody on on the boat staying behind. Everyone's going out." And nobody's picking him up. Nobody wants for him to go out. So we're assigning him to your Liberty Plan. I tried to protest against it, but it was indefinitely. I ended up losing. So
For
they
obvious
shows up.
reasons.
We end up. What was it? We end up. Was it getting off the boat? And this motherfucker, the moment that we get off the boat, he is talking about drinking. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We don't want to go out drinking yet. But the entire time I'm sitting there with gears in my head just spinning, figuring out a way, how the hell can I get rid of this guy? We end up going out. We're going out, we're seeing some other stuff. And then later that night, we decide to go out to the red light district and go out to a bar.
Oh no.
Me and my buddy are sitting there, and my buddy is completely confused because I just keep pouring alcohol down Carson's throat. Just keeps giving him shots, double shots, beer, alcohol, anything that they give him. This man is completely like blitzed by this point. At that very moment, a girl comes walking into the bar. Very good looking girl comes in, sits down at the end of the bar, starts looking at Carson. Carson is completely wasted. I look at Carson. I told him I was like, hey, you see that good looking girl that's down at the end of the bar? And he's like, oh yeah, man, she's hot. I was like, I'm glad you think so, because she keeps looking at, throwing looks your way. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, you should go talk to her. And he's like, oh yeah, bet I will. He gets up, he goes over there, they start talking, he buys her a drink. One thing leads to another, they start making out in the bar. And then they end up leaving. I start laughing hysterically as he's walking down the street. Me and my buddy who is now panicked is like, dude, our Liberty buddy just left and we have duty tomorrow. What are we going to do? And I'm like, I'm just laughing hysterically, not even acknowledging him. And he's like, dude, why are you laughing so hard? And I'm like, dude, the funny thing about that is that that's not a chick, that's a dude.
You're diabolical as hell for that.
Oh, it gets better. So the next day, because we had overnight, we end up leaving, showing up at the boat, and Carson is nowhere to be found. I'm texting him. I'm like, dude, where are you at? And he's like, I'm on the pier. I'm walking onto the boat now. Just give me a couple of seconds. And I was like, all right, cool. This man is limping onto the boat.
No.
I'm like,
no,
oh,
he did it.
I'm like,
this nigga did it.
Nah, ain't no way. Well, what ends up happening is that later that day, he proceeded to tell me the story. They get to the hotel room, and she brings out like restraints and a blindfold, and they start going at it. She starts, working her way down, and he's enjoying it so far. And in his exact words, he says, out of nowhere, she got some man strength about me. It was about her, and flipped me over. And I was like, oh no.
Red flag number one.
No.
Red flag number one.
He swore up and down that if I told anybody about this story that he was going to kill me. Well, he ends up showing up to me later that night. I'm laying in my rack and I'm about to go to sleep, and he comes over, knocks on my rack, pulls my curtain open, and he's like, yo, I have a deal for you. And I'm like, all right, what's up? And he's like, how about this? Tomorrow, I go out and do my own thing. You guys go out and do your own thing, and then we'll meet up. Was it the last day before we have to go back on the boat? And I was like, deal. 2 weeks later, what was it like 2 weeks later? Word gets around the boat. He comes over to me and he's like, "Dude, I told you not to tell anybody." I was like, "Dude, I didn't say shit." Turns out, he went back out in town, met up with that girl again, and was walking down the street with her hand in hand, and a bunch of people saw him with her, and everyone saw him.
Well,
Now moving on to the next part of this story, there's two other parts, and I'll let you guys pick out. One of them was the Thailand fight bar, and the other one was for a specialty club for intimate adults. Which one you want to hear?
go in chronological order, whichever
Okay.
one came first.
So the next day, me and a group of guys ended up going out to this Muay Thai fight bar, which,
Type shit.
in case if you don't know what it is, it's a big ass bar. There's a big and there's a boxing ring in the middle of it, and people can go in there and they can fight each other for a big ass bucket of beer or alcohol.
Yeah.
We walk in,
The
and
fuck
one of my
was
buddies is
that?
already.
What?
Braylon, the fuck, dude?
All I said was yeah.
It didn't sound like that.
Dude, it sounded like you got turned on to the idea of me fighting people.
That's exactly what
Boy,
it
hell
sounded
no.
like. Motherfucker,
Boy, hell no.
I will give you a clip from the freaking recording when we are done. That is exactly
You know
what it
what?
fucking
Go
sounded
ahead.
like.
You know what? Go ahead. For context, I say random noises anytime. I do random noises anytime people tell stories to help grease it along. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's both.
So we end up walking in. One of my buddies he's a bit chubbier, and and me and him look at each other and like, bet we're doing this. We sign our names right next to each other, and we go and we sit down at the bar. We sit down at our table and we're waiting for our turn. He's talking shit at the table. Everybody knows about me, and he just keeps sitting there talking shit. He's like, Mac, I hope you know you are about to lose, and I'm gonna get that bucket of alcohol. That's when one of the girls who he was interested in pipes up and says, "No, you're not." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And and that's when the entire table looks at him and just says, "You know, that says a 15-3 boxing record, right?" And he's like, "What?" and I was like, "You don't sound too confident anymore, bud." he's like, "I'm not sure." A waiter comes over, takes us back to a locker room where we can get changed. I just look at this man, and he's about to put on headgear, and I'm like, "Oh no, take it off. You won't be needing that." Me and him end up getting into the ring. Me and him end up getting into the ring, and we're going around and everything. And I'm basically just I'm just toying with this man by this very point. We get about 17 seconds in, and this man is already beaten and exhausted. And I told him, I'm sitting there holding him in a clinch, and I told him, I was like, "Dude, we can finish this right now if you want to." And he's like, "No." And I was like, "All right, well, it's not up to you anymore." I throw him into the ropes. He rebounds back and just catches the most brutal right uppercut to his chin, knocking him out cold.
Oh, Lord.
He goes down. Paramedics come in, take him off, wake him back up. He comes later back to the table. I'm sitting there with my bucket of beer, and he's like, "I don't think that fight was fair." And I was like, and I just hand him one beer out of the bucket, and I told him, I was like, "You might need that." He just takes that beer and just puts it to his head, and he's like, "Did you really have to hit me that hard?" The next story, the final thing that was in this was pretty hysterical. So the next part of this, I ended up getting kicked out of the said club. So we were hanging out in our hotel room. Was it like the third day? And we ended up. And one of the girls that we went out with the night prior, ended up saying, "Hey, there's a specific club I want to go to, and I want to go watch and see what it's about." It's an adult club where people do certain things on stage.
Oh.
Me, not being too interested about this, reluctantly ended up going anyway.
Unfortunately.
What makes it even better is that we walk in, we get our tickets, and we're sitting front row.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're good.
And I'm sitting right next to the stage. Two girls come on stage. They start doing their thing. What was it? They finish up and they leave off stage. We just kind of give them a golf clap. Because when you're sitting there, it's very intimate. It was a lot like it is like a comedy show, except for the fact is that now you're just watching two people basically have sex on stage. And that was it. Now you're just completely uncomfortable about it. The next thing, a guy comes on stage with a girl. The girl's just standing there, just patiently waiting. And this guy's trying to do crowd work.
Oh.
He comes out on stage, and he's like, he's just announcing to everybody. He's like, are y'all ready to see me fuck? Are y'all ready? And the entire time, like everyone else is just sitting there, just looking at him, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head. He looks at me and says, "What's your problem?" And I was like, dude, I really don't want to see this. And he's like, and me and him start going back and forth with each other. He's arguing with me while simultaneously trying to get his dick hard.
Yo, what the fuck, bro?
He looks at me and says, he looks at me and says, "Don't worry, it gets bigger." And without a hitch in my voice, I literally look directly at him and just says, "Not on my watch, it doesn't."
You proceeded to turn him into Trump from the fucking South Park episode.
What ends up happening is that he's sitting there and he's trying to do his thing, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what would your mother think? And he's like, "Don't bring her up." And I was like, "Do you have any sisters?" He's like, "Hey, fuck you, guy."
Fuck you, guy.
And I'm like, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just heckling this guy's dick constantly until eventually I don't notice two big security guards now standing behind me. And I can tell.
Honestly, I would be escorted out, I would have shouted, "Shouldn't have done crowd work."
Dude, what ends up happening is that when you get thrown out of this club, they physically throw you out. Like, they picked me up out of my chair and was walking me out of the club. I'm still heckling this man on my way out.
As one does.
This man gets so frustrated, he just eventually just leaves, just walks off stage, doesn't want to continue anymore. Everyone in the entire club is now cheering as I'm getting walked out. I get thrown out on the curb. My buddies follow out, and they're like, and they're just dying laughing at the fact that this just happened.
That actually gives me an idea that I'm gonna have to talk to you at the end of this episode. Actually, we are now sitting at 1 hour and 40 minutes. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, we may have
this
to
will
call
have
it
to
there.
be. This is the end of that story. So
that's fine.
Should we have a lesson for them? Moral of the story: always heckle people who are trash at their job.
Never do crowd work.
Never
Ever.
do crowd work.
Never do crowd work.
Especially when you're a stripper.
Heckle people who do crowd
work. If you see a good-looking woman that comes walking into a bar in Thailand, just don't.
No.
Just don't.
The answer is no.
If you wonder if you are gay and you see a good-looking woman walk into a bar in Thailand, the answer is yes.
You are gay.
Why are you gay? Who says I am gay?
You are gay.
It was actually Jabushin that showed me the full video to that. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway,
all right,
ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out. Coming out. God damn it. I wish to thank each and every one of you guys for listening in to
No
the
pun
stupid-
intended.
The
Says
stupid
the
bullshit.
gay man himself.
What do you mean? You're the gay one here.
Bro, you're gayer than me. I don't want to hear it.
Anyway,
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the time that we have for you for this week. Please chime in for the next episode? Reach out to us through our Instagram, DM us through Snapchat, or reach out to us through email. It is all posted there, and we will see you in the next episode. It has been a pleasure. Later. I am Mac.
I am Ian.
I'm Batman.
God damn it. Not again.
I'm Braylon.
And we will see you in the next episode. Peace.
Deuce.
Later.